All right, believe it or not, finally ready. How's it going? Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had to take care of some other channel business by covering non-league soccer in America. Hopefully, you enjoyed the first video that I did from today. Actually, that just came out, but just updating some things here. There we go. So now you can see the stopwatch and you can see me. So there we go. All right, now we're good. Now we're good. I got back really late from that, later than I wanted to. Game was at 4 o'clock, but then ATAR is such a good vibe. I'm wearing their shirt because they actually spark joy for me, unlike this club up here. But like, it's such a good vibe, and you just, Chris Gebhardt was there, Aaron Leak was there, Matt Bird was there from the Luligans, and you just get to chat with people, and you lose track of time. And I lost a little bit of time, and then of course it's 25 minutes to get from Belleville to St. Louis because, well, it takes 25 minutes to get from Belleville to St. Louis. So I'm here. And I got my ATAR can today. Also paying some respects with my beer choice tonight. This is the, speaking of second shift beer, I saw that in the comments, honoring their bar cat Simon tonight. They just came out with a Simon beer. It is a Bavarian style Hefeweizen, which Bavaria is in Germany, and that is very appropriate for St. Louis City SC, as we all know. So, they are announcing the starting lineups as we speak, and let's talk about those lineups because, Josh Yarrow and Akil Watts apparently are just undead. And they can play forever. And unfortunately, God gave them the ability to play forever, and not someone like a Rasmus Alm or a Henry Kessler. But yeah, one of the reasons why I am not doing the player rankings anymore is because it is very clear to me that I watch a different game than Olaf Melberg. Selmir Pedro, actually, he probably would be yeeted into the sun by Olaf Melberg, because if you don't play defense, fuck you. That is what Olaf thinks of you. And actually, they're not pro. They are semi-pro in ATAR. This is ATAR. This is Ligety makes their kits. This is actually last year's kit. And the dead giveaway is that it does have the NPSL badge on it. They're no longer in the NPSL. They're now in the Midwest Premier League. But they were selling player-issued shirts today for $20 with the shorts that go with them as well. So I'm actually going full kit. I am actually going full kit wanker today with the ATAR shorts as well. There we go. Get that leg in there. That'll really boost up the views and the ratings on this channel. I agree, Jake. Midwest Premier clears NPSL. NPSL is, they're not as broken as Nissa right now, but they're pretty broken right now. That is for sure. But at least we're not Montreal, as Michael says. How's it going? I have some Busch Light in the. Actually, no, I have Natty Light in the fridge as well. I don't think that's strong enough, so that's why I'm drinking Hefeweizen tonight in an ATAR koozie, because again, ATAR sparks joy for me, even in loss. They lost 1-0 today on a pretty horrific goalkeeper gaff. You'll see it in the vlog when it comes out, probably Monday, because I have to go to my dad's tomorrow and help him with some projects, so I won't be able to edit like I was able to crank out the St. Louis Dev Academy video. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having that out for you. I love ATAR. ATAR is a good time. They're a community club. Even Matt Bird was there, and he was like, he came up, he was a big St. Louis FC guy, and he was telling me that like a club like ATAR is more his speed than Energizer Park and St. Louis City right now. And I can see where he's coming from. Community soccer is really where it's at, and it's one of the reasons I think I'm starting to feel a certain way about St. Louis City, is because I feel that through the actions of their ownership and their marketing and their ticketing departments, they don't give a shit as long as we're paying them money. Sadly, it's just they're a typical American corporation, just like everyone else, and I think it's time we start to accept that. I think it just is. Anyway, I'm not actually that cranky tonight. It's just when I talk about this club lately, I get cranky. Can't wait for the ATAR review. Yep. Can't wait for that either. They got new kits this year, Ryan. ATAR has new kits. They actually brought them out tonight. They're white kits with a nice kind of a green, kind of a wavy, smoky thing. It's kind of hard to explain. You'll see it in the vlog. They're really nice. Producer Mason, how's it going? How's it going? Welcome to the chat. Stephen McGauley, welcome to the chat. How's it going? Yep, going full kit wanker tonight. I got number 21, and I don't know who actually wore 21 for them last year. In fact, I'm going to try and see if I can find out. ATAR FC roster 2024. Oh, Transfermarkt has the roster. No, they don't. Stop with the notifications. Never mind. That's a lie. I wonder what number did Sam Fink wear when he played for St. Louis FC? Does anyone remember? Does anyone remember? I don't. You know, actually, I think ATAR might have posted their roster on socials last year. Let me see if I can find it, because I'm actually I'm really curious. It's just the problem is I just can't remember. Let's see here. ATAR. I did a quick Google search and I could not find their roster from last year. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that it probably doesn't exist. I'd be shocked if it does exist anywhere on the internet. Let's see here. Oh wait, actually, I did find a roster. And it was apparently they played in something called the Burgermeister Cup last year. And number 21 was Anthony Brown. Don't recall him. Oh wait, no, actually, wait, take it back. Actually, they do have the official roster. So let me actually, I'm gonna take the clock off for a sec here. I'm gonna bring this up here. We can find out together. So screen 1. And we're going to do it like, why is it not showing up the way I wanted to? Okay, that'll work. Number 21 for them last year was Anthony Brown. Okay, so anticlimactic. Sorry about that. I was more excited about that, but hopefully, I mean, I hope Anthony Brown did well for them last year, and hopefully he is doing well in whatever he is doing right now. But we'll go back to the stopwatch here. There we go. All right, we're back on track. Why are you looking like this? There we go. Get this situated again. Why are you being like this? I don't want you to be my default, but why are you being weird? Okay. All right, Daniel, honestly feel bad for Watson Yarrow because they've become the scapegoats. I feel they're just being put out there game after game. Yeah, Aaron was there. How's it going, Aaron? Aaron had a good, decent beer and a good food truck at least. Yeah, they have their own lager. It was very good. Bops did win 1-0. It was a very bad goalkeeping gaffe. Jake wants to know why I'm taking him to an ATAR game. We'll talk. All right, we are about to get going here, which means I have to get going here. Oh, this is a nice tifo. That's a nice tifo. What happened with the green section though? Looks like it's missing paint. But no, that's a good tifo. and a good message. I'll catch up on chat here as soon as they actually get going here. Ooh, I like this. Like a soccer zombie date at an ATAR game. I like that idea because I do want to go there just to watch them, not necessarily just be as a fan. River City Ramble. Anyone really excited to see Wallem play so far forward? I am. But unfortunately, that means we have to play Watts as a wingback again. All right. Start the game so I can start the stopwatch, please. There we go. And we are off. I hate being this way when talking about St. Louis City, where it's like, we're playing soccer. But that's kind of where I'm at. There we go. Altoff Catholic High School. It's on the corner of Frank Scott and Maine. Yep. Get over on Illinois 15 East from St. Louis, then exit at Frank. Yeah. You gotta do a little weaving to get there. Apple does seem optimistic. 18%. I really like their optimism. But yeah, this is our this is our counseling session for this one here. This is how we cope with St. Louis City in 2025. This is how we cope with Akil Watts and Josh Yarrow forever and always until death do us part being in our lineup. I'm just tired of seeing them. I've played this song over and over, and it's not even a song that I particularly enjoy, but I keep seeing it. I mean, the fact that we have Josh Yarrow as an entrenched starter in this league means I cannot take this club seriously. I just can't. But yeah, really good tifo. Loved it. The tifo is great and it has good optimism. Yep. Major kudos for them. Yeah, Mason, you heard it. That's where I'm at right now. 9 winless will do that to you. Not only that, I saw ATAR lose today in a game that they should have at least drew. Oh, I was at a Beano tournament today at Urban Chestnut before all this, and I lost 10-5 in my game there. So not great. Speaking of not great, is that tackle, literally like arm tackle, like Battlehawk style. That's a yellow card. I don't know what you're complaining about. That is a tactical foul that you just committed. And what do you have to whine and cry and bitch? But yeah, that's a hook. That's an absolute hook. That annoys me. All right. Oh, I think Watts, Daniel, is actually close to 1,000 minutes now if he isn't already, which I agree is way too high. Like, you don't want him playing 1,000 minutes over the course of an entire season. We're halfway through May, and this is where we are. Yeah, early yellow, but it was deserved. Chip in the box, not great. Hardo! That was like the slowest moving screamer that I've ever seen. Like, he hit it on a volley, and it's like the typical shot that usually goes about 100 miles an hour, but that one was just like that was a slow ball. That was a changeup. Yeah, Cardinals playing better. Battlehawks won today, 29-28. Blues are probably doing great on the golf course. Oh wait, Mason got the job. Let's get the claps in the chat. Congrats, Mason. Congrats. I know you had that interview this week, and way to go, Mason. Good for you. I know you've been looking for a while. Yay. Hooray for employment. Hooray for beer money. literally, because there's Anthony Marcanic. Hi, Anthony. I kind of miss you, but not really. But kind of. I mean, now that we got Jay Reed back, I mean, I don't miss Marcanic, but there were times this year where it's like, wouldn't be so bad. Oh yeah, and as Sean pointed out, Sean Campbell, River City Ramble, Mason, River City Ramble, and then Mike, River City Ramble. We got the whole Ramble here today. All we're missing is Chris Zimmerman. Someone get Chris Zimmerman on here. He's no longer has to worry about a tifo, so he can have fun again. High ball in the box, bouncing around, not great. Berkey corrals. Ooh. This is good. It's got kind of a. I definitely taste the Belgian in it, because when I think of Belgian beers, I think of beers that tend to be like a little sweet. It's not like drinking a seltzer or anything like that, but there is kind of this. It's weird to describe. It's like a very fresh taste to it. Oh, volley, but right at the goalie. And who's down? That's Toy Shirt. Or Toy Kurt, as I'm told that is now how we're supposed to say it, Toy Kurt. Oh, haven't we seen this movie before? An already injury-riddled lineup now has an injury scare early on that threatens the possibility of an early sub that completely unravels Olaf Milberg's game plan. Just what we need. Just what we need. And fair point on the Cardinals. They are playing KC, and a lot of players look good. A lot of teams look good against KC this year. Oh, and then Jake Henry starts his new job on Monday. His side hustle. He's going to be collecting data for sports. So lots of good news in the chat today. I shouldn't be so morose. I'm sorry. There's all sorts of good stuff. There's commiserations going on here between members of the River City Ramble. We had a good tifo on Wednesday that former Ramble member Chris Zimmerman coordinated like a champ. But yeah, congrats. And speaking of jobs, it's time to get Dr. Jared out of the club, as Ryan says, seed oil guy. Yeah, Daniel, I think he was just trying to bait a penalty there. Doink. Yep. Congrats all around. Well, that goes to show you, Ryan, how much I follow baseball, because I thought that the Royals weren't good, but yeah, you're right. That is a strong division they're in. I'm such a casual baseball fan now. It's kind of ridiculous. Just doesn't move me anymore. Speaking of moving, we're going to have a corner kick here early on for Minnesota. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those games where that makes me really glad I don't do player rankings anymore. It's so funny. I have the worst luck with this club. So 2023 is the fun year, the exciting year, and I'm not a content creator. 2024, I'm like, hey, this is fun. Let's vlog every game. And then they suck and it's miserable and Bradley Carnell gets fired and I stop doing vlogs. Ball in the box, but it's headed away for a throw. And then 2025, it's like, oh, well, this team's pretty good. We got interesting players, and I'm going to do this idea I got from Redmen TV and rank them on a tier maker like they do. And it's going to be great. And then it turns out our club has systemic issues that go beyond players that make the whole idea of doing player rankings kind of trite. So had to kill that too. Can't have shit in this town. Can't have shit in this town. All I can have is my anger. As that shot is good. Good for 3 points if this were the UFL. It is not. Yeah. Yeah, I made this point when I saw my cousins in Tulsa. Tulsa, a lot of KC Royals fans there in Tulsa last year, and I asked my little nephews, or my little cousins rather. I'm almost like an uncle to them. Like, do you know who Bobby Witt Jr. is? And they're like, no. Do you know who Lionel Messi is? Yeah. Do you know who Cristiano Ronaldo is? Yeah. Do you know who Christian Pulisic is? Yeah. But they don't know the best player, one of the best players in baseball. That shows you where that sport is in this country. But yeah, he's a good player. It's just no one knows who the hell he is. It's kind of got Mike Trout syndrome. Oh yeah, and also Mason points out that in 2024. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a podcast too. I'm gonna join the River City Ramble, and yeah, then life happened. Yep, can't have shit in this town. That's all we have is shit. You know, I didn't ask them if they know who Shohei Ohtani is. They might know him. They're just not big baseball guys. As Timo Baumgartel picks up a sloppy yellow. They're more into basketball. They're more into basketball and soccer. Well, they're both into basketball. The younger one really likes soccer. The other one's kind of casual about it. Yeah, bad foul by Baumgartel there. Glad to hear that, Daniel. The storms left him. Was a lot of hail. Luckily, no damage. One of the reasons I'm glad I pay for $40 a month for my garage spot at my apartment building is worth every penny on days like yesterday. And I agree, baseball. This MLB is what happens when a bunch of decrepit olds run a sport and don't listen to fans. 100%. Free kick blocked right into the box, or in the wall rather. And then a calamity. Yeah, you ran into him. Quit bitching. Pereira's middle name is Complains. Joaquin Complains Pereira. Oh, what was that? Girdwood Reich. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thankfully dealt with, but holy shit, Jake. I think that's an example of why we haven't seen much Jake Girdwood Reich this year, because holy shit, that was bad. It was like he was running with like one of those not like night face mask on, that block all the light. That was terrible. Yeah, just pass it back. See, that is one time we actually do want this club to pass it back. I know we make jokes about how we're, pass back FC, but that is one time where you do want to do it. I don't know where Jake was going with that. Long throw, flicked away. I wish this game was more accessible, Gene. I agree. Oh, header shot, Berkey with the save. So glad to be playing that again. Hot take. Lund probably saved that too, but that's a good save nonetheless. Yeah. Oh, captain, my captain. And I agree, Mike. We were way too talented to give away to be so sloppy. And Daniel, what I was saying about Lund, that's not an indictment on Berkey. That's a praise for Lund. But yeah, Mason's right. Basic but stayed brave. All right, back into the middle. Here's Ostrak. Lots of space in the middle, but not a great pass into Ostrak's feet. Ends up being dispossessed and makes a very tacky foul. Yeah, not great. Brian, daughter lives on Sanford, apparently very near me, judging by the tornado street. Yeah, so Sanford is a street in Dogtown. I live in Dogtown, and I'm probably, I think I just like a couple blocks away from Sanford. So I'm glad that she's okay as well. I'm glad that for the most part, that like the Dogtown neighborhood proper ended up being fine. There was some down trees along Oakland. I lost power for like 10 seconds, but my internet stayed intact, which is weird because on as Aaron Leak pointed out on Blue Sky, my internet can go down all day Monday when it's sunshine, but then a flipping tornado rips through the area and my internet is like, I'm brave. I'm stay on. I don't get it. I don't get it. Ryan, to Mike, it would be nice if we had a coaching staff that didn't bunker. Not saying you have to win possession stats, but if Minnesota's possessing the ball on you, your approach probably sucks. And this has been all Minnesota so far. Ooh, you lost power for 2 hours, legitimately expecting to be way longer. I know Jerry Hayes would normally be in the chat today, but she is at the No Go Patrol theater watch along. And I think that's a good thing for her because I think she still might be without power. She lives in Clayton by the Galleria, and I know that's like near where the tornado touched down. So anyway, yeah, the tornado kind of went to the north of me a little bit through Forest Park. Like I saw it went through the Muni parking lot that got damaged. And then I saw like the tree fell on the insectarium at the zoo. And I know that's going to be closed for a little bit as they fix that. Yeah. I wish I can get fiber here, but I don't. And I think it's just a matter of because I know AT&T fiber is available in Dogtown. I think the problem is that I live in an old apartment building and they just haven't wired it for fiber, and maybe they just can't get access to the building, or they just not enough people have asked to get access. But I think that's the issue. As that ball goes long and out of bounds. And to be fair, my apartment building is pretty big, to be fair. So like they would have to I don't know how all that works, but like there's probably about 20 to 25 apartment built like actual apartments in my building. So I don't know if they had to go in and like rewire each one or what. I don't know how that works, but okay, contact my landlord. I might do that. He's not the most cheery of guys, but I might bring I might bring that up to him. But I do have 1 gigabyte internet now through Spectrum, so it's gotten better when it works. It's just it tends to not want to work at the worst times. Jake Henry is staying awake because of this watch along. Thanks, Jake. Glad we can keep you awake. It's been about 5 minutes since this team irritated me. That must be a record this season. Oh, well, speak of the devil, Ostrak. Just pass it back, bro. Okay, Minnesota made a meal out of that, thankfully, and Girdwood clears. Did you call to threaten to cancel, Mike? Because that works for Spectrum. That's how I saved a lot of money threatening to cancel and switching to AT&T. And they slashed like my wireless bill because I have my wireless to them, and then my internet bill they slashed. I think I'm saving like $40 a month because I called and whined. Yeah, Daniel, that was pretty poor by Ostrak, to be fair. Ostrak has the ability to be really, really impressive at times. Like I thought he was the best player against Kansas Wednesday for us, but then he just he has these little blips, and then there's games where he just looks completely invisible. As our Aussie refrigerator gets run over, I find it very interesting that for someone that hasn't played very much, Jake Gerwood Reich wears number 3. Like, wouldn't that be indicative of high hopes and high praise? But I mean, he was signed under Hackworth when he took over from Carnell, so it might just be that Olaf doesn't like him. Olaf won't play Jake Gerwood Reich, but he continues to play Josh Yarrow and Akil Watts every game. Make of that what you will. Oh, shot! Oh, save! And Teuscher can't be there for the rebound. Wow. All right. Big save by St. Clair. Crowd giving him appropriate dap for that. Good save by Sinclair. Yeah, it was a good strike, to be fair. It was like a volley that was blocked and then another volley by Vollum. That was a good strike. That was about the best he could have done with that, to be fair. Yeah, great save by Sinclair. Absolute stud. Yeah, hell of a save. Absolute hell of a save. Yeah, an absolute stinger there. A little more of a rocket than the one we saw from Hartle earlier. And he had to get down for them to make that save, too. That's a good point. That was not an easy save. I need to get to Minnesota for a game someday. Just I wasn't moved enough to go up there for this weekend. And also, unlike next weekend where I get to crash at Kane's house, the one that goes to games, I don't know anyone up in Minnesota that I can just crash on their couch at. I'm tending to agree with you, Mike. We used up our good luck in the first season. That's fair. All those back passes. Yeah, pitch looks great. Absolutely great. And I hear the stadium's great. Jake is asking if I'm excited for Cincy. He is saying that because this time next month we will have already gone to FC Cincinnati Stadium, but not the CFC Cincy. We're going to see Bayern Munich against Auckland City. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. Aaron went to Allianz, and he says it's pretty cool and definitely worth a visit. If I recall, I think you actually did an away day check-in from there, if I'm not mistaken. Why aren't you there now, Aaron? How dare you? I'm kidding. Gene, how's it going, Gene? No Klaus, no Betcher. I don't think Olaf has an idea. Well, apparently his idea was to play Hartle and Teuscher up front as strikers, or forwards, which, hey, there's another position that Hartle's played this year. Minnesota's got a break here. Oh, good tackle. Good tackle by Josh Yarrow, to be fair. See, Yarrow can do that pretty well. Yarrow's got good straight line speed. So, he's a good, he is capable of being a decent sweeper at times when he's not having bad footwork or just having mental breakdowns like the one I just had. Today I learned Aaron does not have net jets, and what he decided ATAR was the better play today. Up the ATAR, up the mummies. That's what they call themselves, the mummies. With shot. Oh, I mean, Berkey would have been on it had it been goal bound, but yikes. Talking about making a meal of it. By the way, Sean putting some weird energy out into this world here. What if we were called a lone player who plays forward? Is Thor the savior we need right now? Or is he the savior we deserve? Is he the Dark Knight? I don't think so. Yeah, Nuke V. That one. Yep. And ATAR, but yeah, Brian said ATAR is that's a play on the whole Little Egypt thing with Southern Illinois. ATAR is it means warrior in Egyptian. I don't think he has a recall clause, but I think his loan ends in the summer as Berkey punches it away. And we can't get a counter going, but that was a foul. Is it Thor time, though? Is it? Gene wants us to sign Thomas Muller during the summer transfer window. Here, I disagree because you see what happened with Marco Royce in LA Galaxy. He's cooked. And Galaxy are chasing a wooden spoon right now, and Marco Royce is their marquee player. Thomas Muller's been around the block just as much as Marco Royce has, and I think the feeling is that he's fairly cooked as well. So I don't think Muller helps. As much as that breaks Jake Henry's Bayern heart for him to hear. But actually, no, it apparently doesn't, because he says Muller would legitimately just be a rich man's Alfredo Morales. And we all saw how well that went. Yeah, Jake. Everyone on this team, as Mason says, is a wingback. I'm surprised Klaus hasn't played wingback yet. Yeah. Shot, worm burner, diving save by Berkey. Because that was not an easy save. Mike saying that we need to spend on true reliable goal scorer to keep up with the rest of MLS. Now, I was just thinking of this the other day. The script that leads to Josh Sargent, and Aaron just literally took the thought out of my head. Need to start GoFundMe for Sargent. The script that ends up with Josh Sargent in St. Louis is being written as we speak, because we can't score. A fan base is getting desperate. Ownership is feeling pressure. Diego's feeling pressure. Lutz is feeling pressure. And the bat signal is out for a hero. Who better than a certain redhead from the St. Louis area that is a proven goal scorer at high levels of soccer? Am I advocating for Josh Sargent to become a member of St. Louis City? Not necessarily. And as Mason says, we're starting to GoFundMe for a billionaire to spend $1 million. We have other effing problems, and that I agree. I don't think we can get him on a free either. I think he's signed for a couple of years, or at least one more year still. We do have a couple supplemental spots open right now, Sean. Also, remember Giannis Horn's loan expires in the summer. And there's growing worry among people that would know these things that maybe he doesn't stay. I don't know if that's just jitters because there has been apparently he hasn't signed yet, like Betcher did, or if it is a legit concern. But Sean, I'm sure there's someone on the senior roster that we can tell to piss off to make space for Josh Sargent. I mean, take your pick at this point. Buy out Nilsson, buy out Rasmus Alm. There you go. There's your roster spot. We have not used the buyout. That is correct. If we would get Josh, pretty sure they would waive Klaus for that one. Is Pedro a senior taking up a senior spot? Because we still have him somehow. Mike doesn't think that Sargent would be coming back before World Cup 2026. Sean does point out that, he would be a DP. So we'd have to go back to the 3 DP roster configuration, which I'm sure we can do. But yeah, Sean, we can just buy out some of our Swedish cripples. Well, no, he doesn't count now, Aaron. But like when he comes back, I think. I mean, would he? I truly don't know how that works. Jake, I remember Lutz said something about not paying a shit ton of money. However, he also said the system wouldn't change under Olaf Melberg. So that is a good explanation for why I am incredibly irritated with what's going on. It's because I feel we've been lied to. As Mike points out, 8 senior roster spots do come free at the end of the season, so we may not see that anymore. See many changes before then. What did I say? I'm actually I'm having a hard time remembering. Oh, the Swedish line. Got it. Okay, let me rephrase. Our Swedish injury-prone players. It's much less catchy and angry, but yeah. No, I actually, Sean, I think like you can't say this. We're just gonna call it the C word. To another. Oh my God! What the frick was that? We're fucking shit! 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 We're Josh Yarrow, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Yarrow. Not marking his man leads to a goal. I hate everything right now. Thank you very much. Yeah. I need to actually change my earbud. Give me just a sec. Ooh, and a save by Sinclair. Well, apparently these earbuds are just dead. Grogu's where he needs to be, by the way. That's why I left that up. He's fine where he's at. Okay, yeah, these are just apparently completely dead. Cool. Well then, there is a plan C. There we go. All right, we're back. Oh, what a stop. Toykert still with it in the box. I guess that's a corner. I mean, it did go. I mean, I did doink off a Toykert, but I guess I was already out. All right, yeah, a lot of white shirts watching. Yeah, just fun. Yeah, nothing commemorated here. This is sad. That's not on Berkey though. It's just a calamity, and it's just heartbreaking. I feel dead inside. Ball in the box, cleared. By the way, JG, how's it going, JG? Just watched the non-league St. Louis Developmental Academy video versus AFC Columbia Pure Gold. Well, thanks, man. I'm glad that turned out well, and I'm glad it's getting a good response. I was really worried about doing videos in the quote-unquote non-leagues, which for the just the clarity, the Midwest Premier League is a league. It's just it's a semi-pro league, and I consider non-leagues anything that's not MLS or USL Championship or League One in America. And so they sit in the fourth tier, which is the non-leagues, in my opinion. It'd be like, like the Vanarama National League is the fifth tier of England, and they're considered a non-league because they're not in the EFL. So that explains the whole non-league connotation. But I appreciate that, JG. And then, like I said, I covered ATAR and Boss today. I'll have that video out hopefully by Monday. I'd have it out sooner, but I have to go to my dad's tomorrow to take care of some work around the house that he needs done because he is 83 years old and not as capable of doing things as he used to, unfortunately. Hey, take a drink if you have ever thought this season. Yarrow, what is that route? Yeah, that is the Josh Yarrow experience, folks. I appreciate that, Peter, as well. Yeah, you watched that. I appreciate that. I made the most out of it. It was literally a blank canvas. I mean, literally, because there was just like nothing going on at Dev Academy, just except the game itself. But I made it. I think I made lemonade. I won't call it necessarily a lemon per se. It's just very bare bones what they have going on there. But sometimes that forces you to be more creative. The linesman was fun. He was a good guy. Sadly, there will not be another lino that I made friends with at the ATAR Bops game. They were all pretty. I wasn't really in a good position to talk to any of them because I was a little off the pitch more than I was at Dev Academy. Mike is beginning to understand what it's like to be a Chicago Fire fan, and he's a Sunderland fan, for Christ's sake. So, yeah, you know what pain and suffering is, although correct me if I am wrong, but happier times are happening right now for Sunderland. You're in the promotion playoffs. You're going to Wembley against Sheffield United, the perennial yo-yo club of the championship. Long throw cleared away. Cardinals won 12-13. They beat the Royals. One team can beat KC, and it's not City, unfortunately. Blues don't count because they don't play Kansas City because they don't have a hockey club. Those infidels. Yeah, our KC hate knows no bounds in St. Louis. Like, I tried to do KC current watch-alongs, and y'all just did not give a single rip about those. And it's and the thing I kept hearing was it's KC. Well, it's also the club that is like embarrassing SKC for fandom in their own city, but like, I guess enemy of my enemy cannot be my friend in this case. Thanks a lot, Peter. Tied a lot of St. Louis soccer elements into one video. Good storytelling. Both teams will take. Yeah, and I think that's something I ran into an ATAR today. Like they were delighted that I was even there shooting anything, whether it was a vlog or whatever. These are the clubs that need help and they need exposure and they need to build the soccer culture. And that's why I do it, because I think you guys would really like it if you saw it. If the Penguins had gone to KC, the hate there would have been unlimited. Oh yeah, because they would have Sidney Crosby, and like imagine Sidney Crosby being a cross-state rival on the of your opponents. Dave Cotton in the chat. I saw you earlier, Dave. Sorry about that. Sitting equidistant from the Timbers Army to Emerald City supporters, otherwise can't hear anything else. Yeah, so you are you're on duty today. I saw your comment earlier. I got I think Minnesota scored right after that, so I just missed it. Yeah, Aaron, I got to beat a drum today. Yeah, that was cool. I got to lead ATAR supporters in the chant. That was fun. Girdwood Reich was not. He was a discovery by the scouting department. That I can verify. That was a scouting department discovery. And also just a general, I mean, I think they're I mean, look, Chris Durkin was our only other under 22. So we kind of needed to start doing that. God, JGR's mustache kills me. JGR's mustache would like belong in like an Alabama trailer park. As Akil Watts, master dribbler, loses the ball trying to dribble between three professional soccer players for a very good Minnesota team. Everyone using Diego as a punching bag, like we haven't made extremely questionable roster decisions before he got here. I think we're using everyone as a punching bag right now, Daniel. I don't think it's just Diego. It's everyone, including the guy that's on your screen right now in the game. It's systemic. It just is. Yeah, JGR, Brian brings up a good point here. JGR doesn't look like he should be able to grow a mustache, because otherwise he looks like someone that probably needs Stridex acne wipes. Still, like I'm surprised he doesn't have zits all over his face. Honestly, he just seems like the type. Is that profiling? Yep, Mike. As Mike said, JGR was a flyer on a young defender that needed to grow in a much tougher league, and we're a much tougher league than the A League in Australia. I forgot Celia was even playing. Tell you the truth, I mean, he just tried to make a diving head, like a flying header there, but yeah, I forgot he even played. He's been very quiet. God, I'm glad I'm not doing rankings anymore. Okay, this is promising. Hartle to toy Kurt, but no, bad pass. Doughboy, how's it going, Doughboy? Checking in from Minneapolis. He grew up in St. Louis, but he's lived in Minneapolis for a long time, so he's a longtime Loons fan. Can't watch the game, so I'm enjoying the live commentary. Well, thank you for that. Maybe I should focus more on play-by-play since you're not able to watch the game. But I appreciate that, Doughboy, and thanks for checking in. As Yarrow does track down a long ball here, and player going after it. As we see Anthony Marcanic, former St. Louis City legend, making passes in the final third. Now Minnesota pulls it back to midfield. We're just kind of kicking it around right now at this point. Doughboy's actually in San Diego right now because winter sucks. I lived in North Dakota and South Dakota, Doughboys, so I know exactly what you're talking about in that part of the country when it comes to really foul winters. I lived in Aberdeen, South Dakota for a couple months, filling in for someone who his National Guard unit got called to Afghanistan for like a hot minute. And then I lived in Williston, North Dakota for a year, and that was enough. That was a really bad 2013, 2014 polar vortex winter. And that was enough. That was enough. Enough loneliness. Even though I made really good money up there, it just was not worth the loneliness. Daniel pointing out we're going in reverse what FC Cincy did. Had a great first half season, sucked ever since. It's kind of we're doing what Austin did, kind of. I mean, Austin's been nothing to write home about for a while. Oh, that mechanic, the red card that mechanic guy against LAFC. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was bad. I think that was the game where I was actually on the field with media credentials for. Vollum headed forward, but Watts is not breaking the right way because he's a Kill Watts, and we're relying on a Kill Watts to make offensive plays. This sucks. As I need to stop my stopwatch. There we go. Stopwatch is paused. He was offside anyway, which was great. Great. He's even more useless. Dave Cotton watching us up until kickoff at his game. Bucket Hat in the house. What's going on, Bucket Hat? Your Bucket Hat still does not have an owner after Tim Parker left us. Like you're just Bucket Hat. Like no one has earned the right to be bestowed with the Bucket Hat. Yeah, Ryan, I'm talking about bucket hats, ATAR FC, and semi-pro soccer, and beers in tribute of cats because this game is poo. Shot, and that one shanked. Yeah, fun. Yay. Yeah, anything to not talk about this team. That's right. Because let's just face it, this is just one big counseling session. Oh, by the way, as we have hit halftime, everyone say a big, big happy birthday to Pope Squidius the 18th. I do know my Roman numerals. He just celebrated a birthday this week. Pope Squidius is a Louisville City and an Indy 11 fan, which I know is kind of a juxtaposition. But yeah, everyone's happy birthdays in the chat for Pope Squid. All hail Pope Squid. I agree. Kessler should have the bucket hat. I think he's worn. It's okay. Bucket hat saying now it's everyone's bucket hat. Now everyone gets to share, like the horse trough. Yep. Happy birthday, Squid. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right. So that's halftime, and that half happened. God, why do I do analysis on this team? It's so hard. They make it so hard. Just taking a look at the old Fot Mob here. Possession was about even. Minnesota had 12 total shots, although only 4 were on target. St. Louis had 6 shots, only 4 on target. XG 0.91 for Minnesota, 0.39 for St. Louis. I mean, yeah, it's kind of. I mean, just that half was just kind of there. Yeah, Mike assesses it correctly. Still in the game, but victory seems so far away. I agree. We go down 1-0, and it's like we're doomed. More happy birthdays for the Pope. Happy birthday, Mr. Pope. And then also congrats on the job. We were talking about Mason getting the job earlier, and then Jake's got the job as well. So all sorts of happy things going on in the chat, just not happy things going on TV. More happy birthdays, JG. Thank you, JG. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Mike. And of course, Pope Squid, thank you for watching as well. And thanks for chatting with me during the Louisville game at halftime. But yeah, Ryan, that was a half of footy that happened. Yeah. So, guys, what else do we want to talk about? I actually need to step away for just a moment. I will be right back. I just have to take care of something real quick, but I'll be right back.
It really is something different when the sun is.
Why do those have sound? Those have sound. Why does it get? I need to redo those. Anyway, I will be right back. Let me get the proper one going here. There we go. Competent streamer. Absolutely competent.
That's produced over 4 goals a game. On DraftKings Sportsbook, new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Just download the app and use promo code STRIKER when you sign up.
Welcome to the Audi halftime report from Allianz Field in St. Paul, Minnesota. Minnesota United 1, St. Louis 0. All kinds of history here at Allianz Field as we take a look at the highlights from the first 45. Devin, we saw some good glove work in that first half, in addition to some good chances as well.
Both keepers were excellent, and they usually came off of dead balls or recycled set pieces, which is certainly the case here. As this ball comes off of Will Trapp's foot, just good, clean ideas from Robin Lund on the distribution into Nicolas Romero, but well done by Roman Berkey. Again, cat-like reflexes about 6 yards out of the chance. Now, back the other direction for St. Louis City. Whether or not he's in an onside position or not, tip of the cap to Dane St. Clair. They're about 10 minutes apart on both chances. Both netminders step up. But I want to go to the goal here. And listen, it's brilliant by Oluwaseyi in traffic to be able to bring that down and get a touch off. But there's no reason whatsoever that you let one of the most dangerous players vertically have that much space in Nicolas Romero from a dead ball to spray it back across. Minnesota United are too clean from set pieces now. 8 goals on the season. That's second best in MLS. And the problem for St. Louis City in the first half, no relationship up top of the 9 for Toykert and anybody else around him. And the reason they went back to this, why they were successful against Seattle, 75% of their touches in that result were in the attacking third. Only 40% in that opening 45 minutes were played in Minnesota's half. They got to play this game up higher, and they got to provide support up top on the 9.
Easier said than done when going up against this Minnesota United side that have been so good and organized defensively all season long, particularly here at Allianz Field. Dane St. Clair's looking for another clean sheet. He's halfway there. Minnesota with a 1-0 lead. More halftime coverage is coming up.
The truth about DIY is you never really do it all by yourself.
Because this setup took 2 videos and a quick demo. You can change your color here. And all of this started here, detoured here, and ended
down here.
And this pizza wasn't delivery. This was.
I wonder if they do have it.
We do. So whenever you start a project,
don't worry.
You're not alone.
We can do this together.
So what are you working on?
All right, so we start with the flower. Smile.
Love you more every day.
When you're with Amex Gold, you can stack 4 times points on restaurants around the world. So sharing the same taste after all these years stays sweet. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
He loves that baby.
And wait till you see the other 2 surprises. A joyful bundle of 3.
3?
I was thinking of gifting one to each of you. I got AT&T's bundle of 3, iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence for me, and iPad and Apple Watch for you.
New and existing customers get their iPhone 16 Pro on us with eligible trade-in. Plus iPad and Apple Watch SE for 99 cents per month each and save up to $1,700.
If I got it, then I bought it. Take a bite, cause I want it. And I know I got the taste for the cake. And I take what I make and I flaunt it. Got diamonds on my neck.
All right, we're back, and I was informed while I was away that somehow I toggled the audio from the game on. So if I get copyright striked and this channel disappears because MLS decides to bring the thunder down on me, that's why. So sorry about that. I think I think I might have bumped something, and there's a button that can turn on. Because I'm watching the game on the same PC that I'm streaming on right now, which apparently that's going okay. But so I got the game on over here, and then I got you here, and there is a button on my pod track that I can press to disable like audio being played through the PC to go out onto the air. And apparently I had that on by accident. So was it, I hope that wasn't going on the whole game, was it? I don't think I think I might have just bumped something, and I don't think it was going all game, but let me know if I'm wrong. By the way, Mason gets the job half hungover after the SKC game. I know, Mason, we talked about this. You were behaving, relatively speaking, at the SKC game because of this interview. Because I've been to some games with you, Mason, where you weren't behaving so very well when it comes to the liquid arts. But yeah, I'm glad you got the job, man, for real. Oh, Johnny Klein just scored for the Battery. Good for Johnny. I'm happy for him. I'm so happy for him. I love me some Johnny Klein. I'm glad he's doing well with Charleston. Charleston's a good club, and I'm glad he's getting playing time and he has an active role there. That's good. I see he's been kind of in and out. I think they rotate players a lot at Battery because they just have a lot of attackers in general. But yeah, that's good. That's so good. I'm happy for him. Yeah, pretty bad when we have 3 shots on target and only a 0.33 XG. That's not great. It's not great at all. And no, you're right. They did not play us. They literally scored on a back heel. Fluky crap. They just got when was the last time that we St. Louis had a true moment of brilliance? Like Celio's goal was pretty brilliant, but that was all generated by him. And then the other goal against KC was fluky bullshit. So yeah, this is why I sound morose. Doughboy, yeah, this year's Loons aren't really concerned with much possession, but would rather rope a dope and hit on the counter. That's St. Louis. That is St. Louis in a nutshell. And I mean, the only problem is that like we live in those fucking ropes this year. Like there is no a dope. There is just us playing like dopes and playing scared in the ropes. We're so far into the ropes. We're basically in the first row at this point. Thank you, Mike, for that. Always avoid a cease and desist. That can get you in trouble. Yeah. Okay, so the thing came on only during the Be Right Back. Okay, that's good. That's good. I shouldn't be I don't think I'll get hit with a hammer of doom. I hope not anyway. By the way, Ryan's asking what everyone is drinking. Bucket Hat is drinking water. Which is what I had at STL Dev Academy last night. So is Aaron. Aaron had a couple beers at ATAR and at the Dome, and he's just drinking water as well. And then I'm drinking the Simon beer from Second Shift Brewing. Rest in peace, Simon. Oh yeah, Lewin's free kick. That's right. Okay, everyone's chiming in and saying free kick. That's right. I forget these things because they're so few and far between. Yeah, Ryan's thinking of drinking because this club makes you drink. This club absolutely does make you drink. Summer lager for Peter MacArthur. Yingling Maybe the best American lager that has maybe the worst politics. Oh, is Yingling like a MAGA beer? It's remember when? And I'm not saying, and I'm not saying this isn't a slight on you, Mason, or anyone else. Remember when we used to drink food? Well, let me try it again. Remember when we used to drink stuff and eat food, and like it was just food, or it was just beer. Like, why does our fucking food have to be political now? Why does alcohol have to be political now? Remember, you could just sit down and eat and not worry about, whether your food was liberal or conservative. Just saying. I don't have a big. I'm strong. This is one of the reasons I'm staunchly just anti-politics in general, because this shit is stupid. It's just stupid. And again, Mason, this is on you or anyone else. It's just the fact. It is the fact that apparently if you are a corporation, you have to have some sort of political stance about every little fucking thing. And I'm kind of fucking sick of it. Anyway. Yeah, what is not political now? That's fair. Yeah, not great. Yingling is try. I do like Yingling. I mean, I probably won't buy. I mean, they're not my go-to. That is for sure. They're not Natty Light. I have no standards. I know, but yeah. Oh yay, the supporter cam. Woo. Basically, if you stand in the north end, you also have to accept the fact that you're all like an actor. Anyway. Yingling is okay. I think it gets way overhyped. I think Yingling gets way overhyped as like this great, like all-timer lager. And it's just like, okay, it's not. It's Sam Adams. Sam Adams. We all thought that Sam Adams was the shit for like around the turn of the century, and it's okay. It's fine. It's not. It's lager. Is there such as someone that drinks a lot of lagers, because I'm a basic bitch like that, is there such thing as a great lager, like a truly great lager? I like it. See, I mean, it again, like you said, best cheap beer, totally. Cat Uncle is a Modelo guy. I like Modelo. All American adjunct lagers suck. Yeah, see, there you go. Mike is calling for Mackay Joyner. I would love to see. Did Mackay Joyner get a loan? I don't think he got loaned up for this one. But we got Simon Betcher coming in for Tomas Ostrak. Oh, is Ostrak tired again? Is Ostrak tired again? If it comes out that Tomas Ostrak asked Olaf to be subbed out, I'm really beginning to question his heart. I'm really, really beginning to question Ostrak's heart. All right. Stopwatch is current. Actually, I think it's a split second ahead. There we go. Better now. Mason, it absolutely gets overhyped. We paid $6 for a pint at a bar when it first hit Missouri, and that's absolutely crazy. Like I'll pay that much for like an Urban Chestnut because it's a local beer and it's a local business in the Grove, and you support local business. I get it because I paid one earlier today at the Bino tournament. But for Yingling, we did get a sub in. It's Betcher, finally. And see, Sam Adams is more expensive than Yingling, and it's kind of the same category, honestly. See, Ryan Fraley lives the high life. I have no qualms. Mason's favorite cheap beer is PBR. I have no qualms whatsoever about like buying a 30-pack of Natty Light to take to Kansas, like I did in April. When I was younger, a 30-pack of Milwaukee's Beast Light would cost like $10, and like, yeah, that signed me the bleep up for that. And I can still drink Milwaukee's Beast Light. It tastes like can, but like it's I've had worse. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, I think Joyner might be out of loans. Bucket Hat, Ostrak has Bucket Hat stamina. It's not good. Oh, then I mean, he definitely has my stamina because my stamina is atrocious. Mike would rather have iced tea than Natty Light. Well, Mike, you're just not a man of culture. What can I say? Shot blocked, and I speak as someone that's not typically a fan of Anheuser-Busch products, but I can mess with Natty Light. I can F with Natty Light. I don't know why. Doughboy is wondering if he went back to his college days in Kirksville. No, you're just talking to. Welcome to Poverty Chat. Welcome to Poverty Chat, where we just care if it gets you drunk, because this team makes us drink. And I'm all about efficient ways to get drunk, as that goes into the fifth row. City SC score goal challenge. Impossible! Michael is drinking a Busch Light. When in town, he buys a case of Bud Select. Can't get it outside of STL. I didn't know that, actually, about Bud Select. I could do... and also, Busch Light I can handle. It's not my favorite. Not my favorite, but like, honestly, if I have to buy beer at Energizer Park, I'll usually get a Busch Light because, you know, for 24, it's the big fat cans that you get, and it's like $13, which still is shit value, but compared to everything else at that stadium, it's about the best you can get. And like I said, this team makes you want to drink. This team makes you want to drink. Anyway. Oh, Stag under. Yes. A true man of culture. I take back what I said, Mike. You are a man of culture. Which, by the way, you can get at ATAR Games. By the way, they sell tall cans of Stag for $4. Get you some. Get you some. I went to a couple ATAR games last year before I was a content creator for the non-league soccer in America, and sat with Chris Gebhardt for both of them, and I had myself quite a few Stags, because that's true football heritage, and that's St. Louis heritage. Pope Squidius is a Berman guy. Well, of course, you live in Louisville, duh. Busch Apple. I wanted to like Busch Apple, and for like a hot second, I did. Enough for me to buy a 30-pack that I think I still had like the majority of for like 4 years, because I can't do Busch Apple. I can't do Busch Apple. It's just, and I love cider. I love hard cider. I can't do Busch Apple though. I can't. And yeah, Sean, thank you. Stag is good and cheap. Amen. Aaron's fridge is full of second shift and side projects, so he's not on the cheap beer parade. That's totally fair. I mean, he's got to save up money for NetJets. So, well, I mean, actually, he's not saving up money for NetJets because he's buying expensive beer. That's why. When the Saints go marching in, I'm not recalling that one. My mind's on beer right now. It's the Loons go marching in. That's what I thought. Golden Draft Light. Doughboys got a Boulevard quad that's been in the fridge for way too long. Boulevard's okay. It's definitely not a go-to. Stag. Yeah. Real men of culture in here. Mason could talk just as much about the beers that he loves that cost more than cheap American lagers, but I haven't had those as much lately. Well, now that you got a job in that field, Mason, you might be able to now. Get yourself some bougie beer. Bell's is quality, not a go-to, but it's good. I've never had Labatt Blue. I've never had them. I've heard not so great things about it though. Doughboy's got the right idea here. Bush Apple sounds like it'd be against the Geneva Convention. Yeah, it's just not great. I hate to say it, it's not great. That's me. That's me. I literally just spent a couple minutes ago talking about how I like Milwaukee's Best Light. So like, and I'm praising Stag. So like, I guess I'm just got goofy taste buds. I don't know. By the way, this beer chat is so much more thrilling than this game. Although I remember during the LAFC away game that I was kind of in a similar mindset and mood right now, and then all of a sudden we just went buck nutty. So apparently Bush Peach is better. Bush Peach, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of that. All right, in the box. Down in the box. Girdwood Rag. That's not a foul. He dove. Cannot defend a kill, Watts. You made that a lot more harder than you had to, a kill. They're talking about whether that should have been a penalty or not. I just don't see it personally. And this will be a corner, and they haven't called it back, so it's not going to be a penalty. But let's see here. Yeah, that's a flop, Olashwe. Come on. He's taking he takes 2 steps and then he goes flying through the air like he's Superman. Bitch, please. Ooh. Poop Squidius says all beer is. I got the right glass. Let's do this corner first. Headed away. Why did I stay for this? Of course, that was going to be nothing. Be right back. Did anything happen? No, because it's St. Louis City. That's why. So I knew I wasn't going to miss anything. Oh, great. More back passing. Yay. Fun. Okay, we're going back to Post Squidius. All beer is bougie if you put it in the right glass. I present to you, given to me by Portland Hearts of Pine, Bissell Brothers, Portland and Milo, Maine. And I forgot I actually had this, but yeah, this was in the gift box that if you watch the Portland Hearts of Pine video, this was something that they gave to media members. This Bissell Brothers glass. So we are going to pour some second shift Simon beer into this glass. I'm going to try not to spill. There we go. Look at that rich yellow coloring. There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Almost got to the top. Left a little bit up at the top there, but there we go. And now I set that down carefully. Nice head on that. Thank you, Mason. Thank you. I've been around these parts once or twice, as apparently Minnesota's had a chance. But yeah, salud from Bissell Brothers. And Buckhead enjoyed the Portland vlog. Thank you very much for that. Peter also watched both. Both of those vlogs were great in their own little ways. And both of those teams were great in their own little ways. As we got a corner for Minnesota, trying to go to back post, doesn't quite get there. Headed back into the box, now headed back out, and we're bouncing around. No one wants it for St. Louis, so Minnesota's going to get another crack here. Not going to do anything with it though. Goes out of bounds. Midfield has been poor. I agree. Timo with a Kessler-esque intervention there. Totally. Yeah. Rhode Island FC definitely is the more polished, ready for the big stage type of a club. They had their new stadium, which is magnificent. Even though it was still like a lot of it was like it's not fully done, but like it's done enough. And the fans were just incredible there. Like the rain, when we were all there in the rain, and that wasn't even their supporters, and it was the opposite. It was their south end basically, and everyone was just having the time of their lives. The pregame chant, oh my God, the pregame march was incredible, and I don't think my video fully caught the vibes that were in that march. It was massive and incredible. And Michael, dude, you have no idea what this comment here hits me in the soul, because he says my blogs make me want to give up on MLS for USL. Dude, I felt that so much. Because I'm in the same boat, honestly. I go to USL games and I feel things. I go to MLS games and I feel nothing. Even when I went to Nashville in March, it was just, yeah. It just feels like with MLS, nothing matters. Nothing matters. Whereas USL, they actually get the community side of things. I talked to Mike to Matt Bird at the ATAR game, formerly of the Luligan. Well, he's still a Luligan, but he was on the This Is Silly podcast, and he likes to joke that he was a token Englishman on that. But he was telling me like he felt more home at ATAR than he did at Energizer Park nowadays. Basically, he said it was more of his speed. Me and him traveled to Indy for the Indy 11 Rhode Island match, which actually kind of precipitated me going up to Rhode Island. And, Bird's a longtime St. Louis FC, guys. We got a counter here. We got a 3-on-2 toy shirt left side, wide open to Celio. There he is. Shot blocked. That's fine. Celio apparently does not have a left foot. Otherwise, he could have banged that. So he tries to settle it on his right and just had a tough time with that. Yeah, Celio just does not have a left foot. If he had a left foot, it'd be great. But yeah, Sean, this is my issue with MLS. It's corporatized, sanitized, and even our own St. Louis City, it just feels like we're flesh-colored ATMs for them. But yeah, Mason says it best. When City SC was winning, the best part was interacting with the community at the tailgates. Guess what? It still is the case. That's the best part of game day, is hanging out with other fans in the tailgate. Yeah, Boxel with a big block there. And it's not even the restricted seat, the obstructed seat, Aaron. It's just the vibe in there, which is kind of like very casual. But yeah, Rhode Island was great. Portland was great. I mean, just it was a different vibe there. It was a little bit more low key, a little bit more grassroots there. It felt a little more, I guess, visceral, for lack of a better word. But it was still fun. It was still incredible. It was great in its own way. Rhode Island was great in its own way. Those are two great examples of how you can, in different levels, you can still have an amazing experience with different vibes. Yeah, and MLS is too much central control, whereas USL is, if you are the owner of Indy 11, you are the owner of Indy 11. If you're the owner of Rhode Island FC, you are the owner of Rhode Island FC. You're not an owner of a piece of a pyramid scheme that MLS is. Yeah, MLS just takes they do, and they're taking it, they're sucking it out of St. Louis right now, and it sucks. It sucks. Pope, definitely a bit different vibes between MLS, USL, and NWSL. NWSL is interesting to me, because like I went to, in the 3 times I've been to CBKC Stadium in KC, I've enjoyed the hell out of my time there. But NWSL has its own fleas. Like it seems like they're always like right around the corner from another scandal. Like now they just had a player collapse during a game, and game went on. Like, and then they finally had to admit, it's like, oh, we should have probably stopped the game. Well, no shit, Sherlock. but yeah, NWSL is not immune from having their own issues. But now Gina's saying a lot of USL can look very Bush League at times. Triggering comment aside, yeah, you've seen some of my vlogs where they like you play in, you know, baseball stadiums, and yeah, it kind of looks Bush. Oh my God, Yarrow. Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah. See, and here's the problem, Daniel. What's it going to take for there to actually be changes? Welcome to MLS. Welcome to MLS. Teams have no problem in this league being completely mediocre. So what's it going to take? I'm out of answers. All off out. No defense or offense. Shit's getting pregnant tonight. Yeah. We play this stupid scheme. And see, the thing is that the actual defensive part of the scheme was working for a while, but it feels like we've just been completely unraveled. As Pompeu, nope, that's going to be a foul. Oh, we're going to get a free kick. How nice. Probably not going to do anything with it. Shocker, Yarrow and Watts did nothing. Yarrow just got completely panned, right there. Kane is currently crying at the Rapids game. Well, I might be crying with you this time next week at a Rapids game. Yeah. Gene, this season is tragic. We're boring and losing, which is the point that Brad from St. Louligans made at the tailgate Wednesday. It's like he saw some bad St. Louis FC soccer, but at least there was entertainment value out of it. This is just absolute AIDS. And that comment, that word might be canceled too. I don't know. Hartle shot blocked, and that's going to be in the safe hands of Sinclair. So whoop-de-flippin' do. Breaking news: this team sucks. We're not even mediocre. We're awful. But that even still, what's going to change? Anything? Supposedly the changes have been made. This is supposed to be okay. Sorry for 2024. We put you through shit last year. This is supposed to be this is supposed to be the great. We're coming off the mat, and we're making our big comeback. And no. Mike thinks we should have never gotten rid of Carnell. I mean, Longwane, another back flick. This time, Yarrow actually does know what he's doing and actually blocks it. And now Yarrow is playing left wing back. Fun. I mean, as far as Carnell goes, I mean, it's funny how time makes even the worst defenders look good. Would I rather have Carnell ball over this? Absolutely. Was it time for him to go? Perhaps. Two things can be the same. I don't know. I feel, yeah, nothing. Being mediocre is worse, though. No, we suck, Kane. This is, I mean, how can this feel any worse? I'm beginning to have just extreme levels of not caring. Oh, dumb people on Discord. Let me take a look at this real quick. Is this our Discord, Ryan? I haven't even been looking. Okay, it's not my Discord. Apparently it's elsewhere. Gene, what exactly was the problem between Carnell and Sam? I think that was a case of two egos not vibing at all. Girdwood Reich makes, hey, he did something. Ball in the box, volleyed, pass by Vollum. That was actually kind of nice. Celio, box. No one home, cleared. Aaron, I would say when Kess, Horn, Leuven, Tots comes back, but then 4 other people will get hurt and won't matter anyway. Yeah, really, that's true. Nothing will change until the sellouts stop. I think that's a great fucking point. I think, as I said, MLS is a corporatized and homogenized money league, and money talks. And so I've already made the determination that it's going to be a cold day in hell before I spend a cent inside Energizer Park on game days. I'm not going to buy, I'm going to bring my Bushi mug because that's a sunk cost, and I'll just drink soda. I'm not going to buy any concessions. I'm not going to buy any merch. I am not going to buy food. I'm not going to, I already don't pay for parking because I know where to park to avoid that. Yeah, that's, I mean, and as I said before, and Mason's at the end of his pitiful rope. Oh, one of the rats is talking. Oh no. If you're in the Chat City Discord, you know what I'm talking about there. If you're not, then you're probably like, what? Bad turnover, but cleared. What am I even watching here? Simon Betcher is now playing right back, folks, because that's where. What are we doing? Maybe if we lose to the Loons twice, they'll sack Olaf. I mean, if we lose to the Loons twice, that means we're out of the Open Cup, which is like our last shred of fucking hope for this whole season. And people were like telling me, we're only 5 points out from the playoffs. Playoffs, first of all. Second of all, you know how hard it is to imagine this club ever winning 5 points ever again. I mean, oh, and by the way, Marco Royce does not improve this club situation. I mean, look what's going on in LA Galaxy, for Christ's sake. Philadelphia Union, excuse me, that's Bradley Carnell's Philadelphia Union, are now in first place. Remember when people thought that Carnell was going to be sacked right away at Philly Union and they're going through a big rebuild? Yeah. Kane thinks that when we shouldn't have got rid of Carnell, they should have been adults and fixed whatever locker rooms issues there were. So you're suggesting, here's the thing. It's a lot easier to sack a gaffer than it is players. So I think there is more evidence as time goes on that that was Lutz's way of doing something. And that was an easy out. Now, there legitimately may have been issues, but it's kind of hard to do. Chris Durkin's back, everyone. Yay! Let's go. Yay! And John A. Silva's coming on. Yay! I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'm trying. JG feels like the soul of the squad left with Indy. You may not be wrong there. Honestly, you may not be wrong. He was a big personality and a very spirited player. And like, who do we have? I mean, Klaus used to be a holly jolly, good fun time guy, and then from what I've heard, Bradley Carnell broke him, and he still has not been the same since going through Carnell. I mean, look, I see what you guys are saying about Carnell, but I still think I disagree with you guys. I think that we should never have fired Carnell. I think there you can have divas that are players and you can have divas that are coaches, and they can exist in the same space. And that's what happened. Just because we have, divas in the locker room doesn't absolve Carnell, because Carnell, from everything that I have heard and everyone was told me, was incredibly arrogant and had his favorites, and I've heard other less savory things about him. So he was as much of a problem as this roster makeup as anyone, which again, kind of, we're pointing the finger back at Lutz. Again, this whole thing is just systemic. Hartle comes on. Yeah, Hartle was sick. Look, Hartle's played a lot lately. Like, he's probably gassed. Yeah, Hartle was probably gassed, honestly. Like how many? Like, look at how much we've been playing lately. I disagree. I mean, Hartle hasn't done much this game, and I think he's legit tired. And not only that, but you got to start thinking about Wednesday as well. We're down 2-0. So, like, okay, if you're preserve Hartle for Wednesday at this point. In fact, I actually want to see Jean start Wednesday. Hartle has not been what he's been advertised to be. That's for sure. I appreciate that bucket hat, but I don't want the job. I'll just keep playing Football Manager. Jean in the box, back to Toykert. Can't handle it. Toykert, give me some time on Toykert. I'm gonna file that up a couple times. Oh, Durkin's a center attacking mid. Well, we've given up. Kane says, if we're out of the Open Cup, I will personally hand deliver a written letter that simply says resign to Lutz. Oh. Be right back. Give me just a sec here. So, this is my hat of pins. You see this? It's not on my hat anymore. Gone. Oh, Michael's here. Hello, yell for me. Rah! There. Does that work? Actually, you know what? If I need to be on point here with that, give me just a sec. Okay, Michael, here we go. There we go. I just yelled in Shawn Michaels' face. Does that satisfy? Does that suffice, Michael? Yep, it's the pin hat. The Lutz pin is gone. So yeah, what did it say? It is a trust in Lutz. In fact, I'll show you what it says because I'm about to do that again. See that? Also, I can do this because Jerry Hayes made these, and she's not actually here to watch right now. So, okay, see this? See this right here? Okay, I can't tear it anymore, but yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. I don't trust in loots anymore. I don't trust in loots. Jose, yep, we need the catharsis. You're welcome. I'm glad I can serve you, Mike. Mike? How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling about things? Are you feeling just as toxic and dreadful about things? I mean, you're the rational analytics guy who doesn't get emotional about things, and you've parroted that a couple times. How are you feeling right now, Michael? Because I'm feeling shitty.
We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit.
Michael has it right. And that's why I'm not going to go full Dango or Convincio, because the hope can't kill you when there is no hope. That should be a shirt. In fact, actually, I got it here. I got the solution here. Give me just a sec here. There we go. Immortalized in the in the banner below. That's a great quote. That is actually a really good quote, to be fair, and that fully describes where I'm at right now. Actually, there, now I can truly be dead inside. That was the last of my soul leaving my body at this point with this club. See, Kane does not subscribe to the Chat City Tactics philosophy of life. He still thinks we have hope on Wednesday in the Open Cup. Oh no, Dar Masters, I'm sorry because I'm mostly. Have you been not watching my non-league stuff and my USL stuff, bro? Don't unsub. In fact, I mean, at this rate, I may not even be doing St. Louis City content if this keeps up. Literally, one of the reasons, honestly, one of the only reasons I am still continuing on with doing St. Louis City content is right there. Right there. It's called obligations, folks. Obligations. I see there's over 40 of you in here now. When things were going not as bad, there's about 20 of you in here before. So I assume that there is about at least almost 24 of you that are seeking catharsis. Dahar has given up on this team. Jacob is just, has no words. It's just pitiful. I'm proud of you, Jacob, that you were able to muster 8 words in that comment. I knew that was tough. Yeah, let's make that a shirt. I really like that. Although I'll make the shirt, and then Mike's gonna sue me for copyright infringement, which Mike, Mason, Sean, as you guys know, can be a slippery slope. Bucket hat. See, Bucket hat, I admire your passion. I admire the fact that you still feel something in regards to this team. In fact, get that out of here. You're going to be sad. I just don't care anymore. Ryan thinks that this club is quitting on their manager. Ethan thinks we're getting so cooked. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. So you guys get my male pattern baldness for the rest of the night. I mean, I'm literally wearing the jersey of a non-league local semi-pro club that lost 1-0 in excruciating fashion, and I am delighted to wear that over this bullshit. Because this club is actually, at least, is adorable, and they have great community support, and they are run by good people. Unlike St. Louis City SC, who just wants your fucking money. There, Mike. I didn't have my pillow ready. I hope you were okay with that. Yeah, misery loves company. That is true. Well, of course, the Loons fan says that. Chat City Tactics is a proud watcher of Tom Franklin's Hate Watcher. Well, welcome. I'm proud to have you. I am proud to have you. We're just bad. I have no words. Aaron, yeah, you just signed a 3-year deal on season tickets. Yeah, he's gonna be going to every one of them because no one's gonna want to buy him. I mean, I signed my 3-year extension. Although my stepbrother has said that he is willing to buy them, like have me transfer them to him if push came to shove. So I'm not overly worried on my end. Doughboy, someone's been a Bless fan since the 80s, lived through the early MLS days from Minnesota. We have lost hope so quickly. Have you watched us? Have you watched our games? Like last year when we were bad, we at least had a puncher's chance. Now we ain't punching anything except our own selves in the dick this year. So that's why we don't have faith. Dahar's got a good point here as well. Like a 3-5-2 formation, but you need stellar wingbacks. Need Jonde and Totland, too old and average, whatever that says. We don't have good wingbacks right now. So does Olaf change the fucking system to adapt for the players that we do have? Of course not, because he's Olaf fucking Melberg and you're not. Mike is never a proponent of switching coaches willy-nilly, but is a new coach doesn't have the chops, he has to go. Olaf hasn't figured out his talent yet, is outclassed in tactics every week. I don't think he understands MLS in general. Yeah. Yeah, and Steven, you bring up a good point here. I kind of feel that in that same boat where it's like the rug got pulled out right under us because they gave us a deadline to sign those 3-year deals, and it was like really early on in the season. And had they if the deadline was like end of this month, I ain't renewing. No freaking way. But they got you. They get you to pay that money that they love so fucking much, but then they won't invest it on the fucking team. It's so great. The madness is starting to settle in. Ryan has decided to pour money for city tickets that would otherwise go to city tickets into the Gateway Indy car. I'm at the point where I am actively looking at our home schedule, and I am looking for other USL games that I could like reasonably go to. I have like 75,000 Frontier miles that I could, that I have to burn. I think I have some Southwest miles I have to burn. Hell, I have a car. By the way, Kane is also suffering because the Rapids game against Real Salt Lake is also incredibly boring. Berkey, I'm starting to wonder if he even wants to deal with this shit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Does he want... Berkey is better than this. He's just so much better than this. Olaf's only outclassed on game tactics. His overall preparation of the attack has unraveled the defensive solidarity that he bought. He's been found out. He has one dimension. And when he tries to veer from that dimension, yeah. No, City Red, I don't. Thank you. Michael wants to hop on so we can spiral. That's a good idea, actually. Actually, Michael, I think you might be a voice of reason. So, Mike, I want you... I like this idea. I like this idea a lot. Let's do it. Let's do this. I'm sending you a message right now on Discord with a link to join. We're about to get some Rat City tactics in here, folks. Let's go. Yep. Can't play in their proper positions. We have lost our right to claim the soccer capital. That I agree with. And I agree with you, Justicia. I felt in previous years we had fight and heart. They don't have the willingness. That's what I thought during the Carnell era. At least the games were fun. Yeah, Convincio is starting to come out of me a little bit. Yep. He's got the link to join. Aaron's like, put Luton goal and move Berkey to the midfield. I mean, look, Berkey has great ball skills. I mean, surely he can play midfield. And I'm in the same boat here, Kane. I love Berkey. Wouldn't blame him if he wants to leave. And considering that we're going to be shit for a while, I'm okay with Luton as our starter, honestly. Hell, you say this, Daniel, that like we have a choice. He might just come to us and say, I'm done here. And like, remember, he had rumors of going to FC Copenhagen in the winter. Who's to say? I mean, it's a brand new year coming up for all those European clubs. I mean, Copenhagen is probably looking pretty freaking good right now, honestly. All right. All right. I'm just going through some of the comments here. Pope's glad that the Cardinals are playing decently. Of course, a Pope would be happy that Cardinals are playing well. See what I did there? Would hate to see the vibe in the city if they were struggling as well. All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the Soccer Zombie Watch Along, we now have a rat problem.
What's up?
City tactics. And don't ask me how I'm doing, because you're I'm doing right now. It's pretty obvious.
I'm having a great time.
I can tell. I can tell. That is the look of not joy on your face right now.
Yeah, totally having a great time.
Oh yeah, just absolute ball. Absolute ball. Welcome to the airing of grievances.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, the rat chats are here. That's for sure.
The rat chats are here. Daniel, are you in the Chat City Discord? Daniel says no. By the way, could you please tell the people that think that we should have Bradley Carnell still as our gaffer that that is not the answer?
Yeah, I mean, apart from the fact that almost every player on the team hates him.
Yeah.
He sucked. He was awful for us for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he broke Joao Klaus.
Literally. Yeah.
I mean, to the point where he still is not the Joao Klaus that we knew and loved, and I think mentally Joao Klaus when I heard that he was having with the issues that he had with Carnell, it made perfect sense to me why Klaus has been off, and that is like when he was scoring those goals in 2023, he was playing confident.
Yeah.
And Klaus just to me looks like a guy that plays based on how confident he is. And
totally
so
agree.
when you hear that Cardell broke him spiritually,
Woof.
You it kind of makes sense.
I love Sang Bin, by the way.
I do too.
Oh, I love that guy.
I do too. Maybe someday he'll wear city red.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
It would be. But as Aragorn said in Lord of the Rings, it is not this day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Wink,
wow.
wink, nod, nod.
How did that not go in, honestly? Yeah.
Maybe he's showing mercy to his
yeah.
potential future employers.
Durkin.
Which is just purely wishful thinking on my part.
Have you ever been to this stadium?
I have not, but I've heard it's really nice.
Yeah, we went for the finale last year, which that was not a fun game to go to. But
yeah, Aaron Leake in our chat was there.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a cool place.
Yeah, I thought about going this weekend, but I decided to stay local with Atar.
How does one striker dribble through both of those idiots in a matter of a millisecond?
Because they're idiots.
Like, what are we doing here?
That's what I've been saying multiple times this game. Like, I have no rational explanation.
Yeah. But you know what? We might have some healthy guys on Wednesday until they get two-footed by Olaf tomorrow morning.
Or get hurt in practice. Well, I was going to say, or get hurt in practice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our problem, probably.
But remember, these injuries won't happen until Tuesday because they always happen the day before the game.
This is true. We do full contact day before, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
And no other day, just the day before.
Balls to the wall the day before the game, which is, as you're a fellow Football Manager player, if you try to schedule like a match practice the day before the actual match, you would get like the assistant manager like telling you that your training schedule is taking a bigger toll on their players' condition. Like
they have an increased risk of injury, a significant increased risk to injury. Like, oh, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of Football Manager, so Jake Girdwood Reich, the D man,
last resort, baby. Last resort.
Did he earn a D today for you?
Was he out there?
He was. Didn't do much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which means, I mean, he didn't. There was nothing he did that stood out to me.
Yeah.
Although he was ball watching there on that goal, so
yeah, I don't know. The end of that game, the midfield of was it Vollum, Durkin, and JGR? Holy cow!
Yikes!
That is just next level bad.
That's pain and suffering right there.
Yeah, that's three guys that can't trap a ball.
No,
that's tough.
No, yeah, I agree. I
don't know.
Where do we go from here?
We go home and then we go back to Minneapolis in 4 days.
Why aren't we just staying?
I
mean, like even City 2 plays at Minnesota tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe there's like a training thing. Like there's nowhere we can practice. I don't know.
Maybe
the logistics of all of that. That's the only thing I can think of. Like if you're Minnesota, you'd be like, no, you can't practice here.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness that is over at least. Woohoo, it's over. This was another game, Michael, where I'm kind of getting to be known as a bit of a Josh Yarrow hater on this channel, and this was another game.
Are there people that aren't?
I know it's amazing. It's amazing. Although to be fair, when I was doing player rankings, Michael, there were 2 games where Yarrow was my man of the match. But
there was one where I thought he played really well.
Did you see the guy in the St. Louis Blues hat just looking like they showed a guy in like with the supporters, but he was wearing a St. Louis Blues hat.
Yeah.
He
just sad. Yeah.
Just very sad. Very sad.
The loon is a weird bird.
That's a frightening bird, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And he's standing next to kids. Like, get those kids away.
They play that loon call a lot in the stadium, and it's kind of startling the first couple times because you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah. Alrighty. So Dahar Master has started the ritualistic cleansing of the soul here that we are all going to do here. So Michael, you can join me on this. So
Absolutely.
We're going to close our eyes. Deep breath. Boo!
Boo. Yeah. What they said. Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that longer, but like I don't want to destroy your speakers.
Yeah.
Or and in your case, your headphones.
My ears, yeah, I got to cover my male pattern baldness a little bit. So
that's right. I don't want to give you like like the sonic waves through your eardrums that like affects your ability to write Substacks.
Oh man, this one's gonna be fun,
dude. They all got to be like just absolutely.
They're not fun to write.
Anti-fun.
They're really not. Yeah,
This is 10 in a row that we have not won.
Yeah, and like. I'm not an overly positive person, but I don't find myself to be an overly negative person typically.
Oh, no, that's my job.
Yeah, it's hard. It really is. Just to find like something fun to talk about is very difficult in these last couple ones.
You can't. There's nothing like we just lost. We lost 3-0.
Yeah.
There was no. I'm sure we had chances this game. I'm just having a hard time thinking of them.
Seti had a nice ball to Celio, who took a slow touch and then got the shot blocked. That's
because Celio doesn't have a left leg apparently.
Yeah,
which actually does track. Because come to think of it, I can't remember Celio using his left leg ever, in a productive capacity. So that tracks.
Is he kind of falling back down to earth? It feels like that.
I mean, although, was there ever really a point this season where he was in the stratosphere?
Some people would say so.
Yeah,
I would not, but yes.
I think Celio gets a lot of praise. I mean, for one, he's Celio, and we all love Celio. We all have our favorites, and Celio is always going to be a favorite, for us emotional types. But I think what Celio brought when he got healthy again was a different element that we were lacking. It's still Celio though.
Yeah.
And Celio only has so much upside. As far as he's come, with this club, he is still Celio.
I mean, he was played at VCU? He's now playing as one of the better dribblers in Major League Soccer.
Undrafted.
That's a success story, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was a great scrap heap find.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And which this is something you can probably speak about a little bit. It always is very the scouting process that MLS teams have always blows my mind when you have guys like Celio that go through undrafted and can have good MLS career. Well, I'm going to say good MLS careers, but he's been decent. And then you have guys like Owen O'Malley, who was a first-round pick in the Super Draft. He is now suiting up for Vermont Green in the USL 2.
They have nice kits, right?
They have nice kits and really good fan support. When I went up to New England this month, I had some Vermont Green folks in my YouTube comments be like, "Come up here," and it's like, well, you're in Burlington. And it's like 4 hours away from everywhere.
Did you get to New Hampshire at all when you were up there?
We took the Amtrak train from Boston to Portland Saturday night. So I technically can say I've been to New Hampshire because it went through New Hampshire, but we never stopped.
Sure, yeah. I have a good friend whose father had a midlife crisis that opened a brewery up at a lake in New Hampshire, and it's kind of cool. But
fun! What's the brewery called?
It's Twin Barns. It's
Twin Barns.
Two old barns, and they restored both of them, and there's Twin Barns.
That's fun. As I currently have an Allagash brewery.
There you go. That's a good beer. That's a good beer.
In fact, actually, this is the. So Allagash has a Portland Hearts of Pine lager. It's called Kickabout Lager, and this was the actual can that I drank at the Portland Zoo when I was up there.
Nice.
Which is their version of Amsterdam Tavern. And then the Portland Hearts of Pine gave me. I was just showing this off earlier. This Bissell Brothers glass.
The green there really stands out. That's nice.
Against the yellow Hefeweizen, which is a Bavarian style Hefeweizen, which does fit the St. Louis City, all German all the time.
Absolutely.
Vibes.
Alles Deutsch, allerseits, yeah.
Yeah.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
By the way, I appreciate that you've come on to this because I actually feel a lot better.
Yeah, it's what I'm hearing. It's kind of my face. People look at my face, and it makes most people angry, but some people it makes them feel.
I mean, it beats yelling at my computer screen.
True, you can yell at the computer screen, but it's also to me. So
yeah. Well, Mason from River City Rambles had enough. He's taken off. Congrats again, Mason, on the new job. Really glad to see you get back on your feet there. Wait, who is? Okay, Cyber Odyssey.
That is.
Stop right now. Take your fingers off the keyboard.
Mm-hmm. Log off.
To and use one of those fingers to turn off your PC or your phone, and turn off your monitor and just walk away.
Yep.
For a moment. Just think about what you have put out into this earth. No, we don't want that. Yes, It is weird.
Yeah.
It is incredibly weird.
I'd say it's too weird, as you said. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that might belong in a certain category in your Discord.
That's true. That is true.
You know the one, and I mean, no other MLS team should want Vermes, honestly.
Correct. Yeah.
I don't know. So the other thing that the popular topic that came up when we were starting to go down the abyss. Why would Roman Berkey want to resign?
His stats look great because he makes a lot of saves.
He does. He probably has to make more saves than he should need to.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because it's like the one thing that struck me, Michael, is that and I was one of the people that's like, we're too defensive. It's like, okay, we've mastered defense. Now we need to progress to soccer 201 from 101. And now we need to work on the offense. But it feels like ever since Olaf has tried to get this team to open up on offense, now our defense is suffering.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is it just is that particular problem just Olaf?
It's so hard, right?
Yeah.
Like this team, you look at, how many times are we going to watch Josh Yaro screw up a goal or Akil Watts or Kyle Hebert? It's just so hard to be like.
Apparently not enough.
I know that, and then people be like, well, it can't get worse. It can. That's the thing. Like Josh Yaro's bad, but there is significantly worse. Like if Tom or I was out there, it would be significantly worse.
Have you seen me play? We'd be a disaster.
Like it could get worse, but it's bad. I don't know. I go back to the thing that everyone was mad when we were like playing 0-0s. I'm like, how much easier it is to score one goal and win than having to score 3 or 4 to win?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's boring, but like if you only got to score 1 to win, that makes the game so much easier, I think. Because
Lord knows that if we give up one, we don't win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
When I started doing watch-alongs last year, it felt like every away game that I did was like a 3-3, like barn burner. And at the time I was like, oh my God, make this stop, because I'm tired of the nerves. But it's like, now I almost want one again just so I feel something again,
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at these comments, and I just want to talk about Aaron's real quick. Is losing 4-3 better than losing 1-0? Is it? A lot of people seem to think so. I don't think so. I think losing sucks regardless of how you do it.
Well, exactly.
I don't know. People keep talking about Hackworth, but we sucked under Hackworth.
I mean, is it possible that both suck?
Yeah, they definitely suck.
Yeah.
I just like...
It's the whole thing. It's the whole argument that people were making about Carnell in the chat that like, oh, we should still have Carnell. It was the players' fault. Well, it could be both. It could be both.
It definitely is.
We could have players that are complete divas, and then we could have Bradley Carnell, who's a complete diva. Yeah. And one doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. They can both be bad. And I think Aaron, to your point, it's the same thing. Whether you're losing 1-0 or 4-3, you're still losing.
Yeah.
Something's not working.
I don't know.
It's just now we have a different flavor of it's not working.
Yeah.
Last year was chocolate. This year it's vanilla.
Like we gave up 26 expected goals against in 14 games under Hackworth.
Yeah.
Our expected points per game was 0.71. Like what? Why are we talking about this? 0.71?
Forget playoffs. I mean, scoring goals.
Yeah.
We can't even score a goal.
No.
Yeah. It's not fun. By the way, Post Squidius in the chat. He's a Louisville City guy, first of all, and he's of the impression that maybe we go after Danny Cruz in the near future if Lou City wins the U.S. Championship final. I was someone that was like, when we were looking for, coaches after, Carnell was sacked, Danny Cruz. Do you have an opinion on Danny Cruz?
I think getting guys like Marcel Hartle and Roman Berkey to listen to someone that coached in the USL will be difficult.
I can see that.
At the end of the day, there's egos involved in professional sports, right?
Oh, yeah.
And these guys they're good soccer players. Like Roman Berkey's played with fantastic soccer players. And that's the one thing that Olaf has that none of their other guys have had, is that he at least has the reputation to make people stop and think. I was at a couple trainings. People were at trainings. I didn't get the impression that people were listening to Carnell or Hackworth very much. They kind of were just like, yeah, whatever these guys are saying.
And it's funny to mention Hackworth in there too, because everyone thinks he's the savior now.
I know. You know what? I was very pro Hackworth last year. I was very adamant. I was probably one of the first people that said I'm pro John Hackworth Army. People got mad at me about that. And then by the end of the year, I'm like, guys, he kind of did what he needed to do. He fixed the locker room, but the team still stinks.
Yeah. Would you be pro Hackworth this year?
No, definitely not.
No,
because I don't think the locker room's the issue.
No, I mean we supposedly fixed that.
Yeah, I don't see a fractured team. I see a fractured spirit. They just look like they have no confidence. But I don't think that's because they're fighting in the locker room with their manager like they were before.
Yeah. Oh, and just to clarify, Aaron was saying that is 4-3 more fun than 1-0, and that's definitely the case.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's totally fair.
And Jeff points out, boring and winning is at least watchable. This is not.
That's my thing.
Yeah,
I'm very pro 1-0. That's my favorite scoreline in soccer. Very pro 1-0.
When you're on the right side of the 1-0.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Like the game I saw before this, it was Atar versus Boffs in semi-pro, and Boffs ended up winning because of a really bad gaffe by Atar's goalkeeper, and I think you can definitely say that they prefer winning 1-0 because they probably otherwise would have probably drew 0-0. So it's like, even though it's not pretty, they still won.
Yeah.
And that's how it's gonna show up on the score sheet and how it's gonna show up on the standings. But I even go back to I mentioned this during the chat. I was having a good chat with Brad from the St. Louligans, who has seen a lot of bad soccer with St. Louis FC, back in the day. And we were joking. It's I mean, this is probably nothing new for you, Brad. He's like, oh yes, it is, because at least St. Louis FC was fun when they were miserable. And now it's just not fun. Yeah. It's just not fun. And as Ethan says, expectations for this team are just kind of in the mud right now.
Yeah.
And that's why, except for those little outbursts, Michael, I had to force myself to scream into a pillow because I just don't have it in me right now.
So, I wasn't, mad watching this game. Is that?
No.
I kind of,
And that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen my stuff recently. It's how many of our best 11 are playing? If it's not 8, what are my expectations? Very low. That's why I walked 500 feet to Andy's and got a boot daddy.
Ooh. See, now that's a proper way to cope.
Yeah. I mean, they opened this Andy's this week. I can literally almost hit it with a baseball from my front porch. It is a disaster.
Yeah. See, for me, that would be a disaster for my waistline.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I just support 45 minutes watching terrible soccer. I'm like, I should get a medium concrete. That's what would be good for me.
And that is not nearly enough steps to burn off the calories from that.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. I pushed the baby, so maybe I got a little bit more, but not enough.
Yeah. Well, but your baby's going to get bigger, so it's going to be more effort in the future. I mean,
it's true. Ooh,
you could always do something mess with the wheels so that maybe they turn a little.
Put lead weights on it, like a sled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan, that's a great comment. Atlanta's worse because they spent $40 million to be this bad, which is a great point for all the people that just go, we should spend money, because you can still suck if you spend money.
I mean, Sporting KC spent money.
Yeah, you can still suck.
And they're not great.
Spending money does not change things. Spending money wisely changes things.
It does.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That is a very, very
we can scream to the end of our days about how we should spend more money, but like, it doesn't always work.
No, it doesn't always work. But you know what? And speaking of spending money on dumb things, Aaron points out at least we're better than the Galaxy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that is a Marco Royce reference.
Yeah.
But by the way, Marco Royce of the wooden spoon contending LA Galaxy.
Yeah. I'm really glad we dodged that bullet.
Oh, yeah. Well, and someone in the chat earlier said we should sign Thomas Muller. And I'm like, see what Marco Royce is doing?
9.
Yeah. 9. Major
9.
9.
Zeralt 9. Yeah, no.
I mean, yeah, he could speak the lingua franca of the club, but
oh
no.
yeah,
but no.
I mean, to be fair, we have signed more non-Germans recently.
We have.
We're trending that direction.
I mean, Portuguese is pretty exotic for us.
Mm-hmm. I would say even Valum. I bet he doesn't speak a lick of German.
Probably. I mean, yeah, because he's Czech, right?
Yeah, he speaks English definitely.
Yeah.
Czech.
Yeah.
Prague's a great place to go to. Maybe we should do a road trip to Prague. Soccer Zombie and the Rats.
Ooh.
Prague is fun.
So what's the big rivalry there? It's Slavia Prague and
oh boy, you're putting me on the spot. I should know this.
Because I know they're like Red Star and Partizan. That's the one I'm thinking of in Serbia. That's one I would like. That's like a bucket list to see.
Slavia Prague. Who the heck?
Yeah.
Is it Victoria? Or no, Sparta Prague.
Sparta Prague. That's right. Yeah, Sparta and Slavia. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat Uncle knew it. Yeah. Yep, Colin and Cat. Yeah, they got it.
They got it. They know ball.
Yeah, we don't. We're just talking heads. Bald heads.
Very bald heads.
Yeah. Bearded bald beauties.
I mean, if you love male pattern baldness, this is the watch along for you.
My wife is definitely loving this right now.
Wish I had a wife. But post Squidius, to be fair, he does point out that Muller probably would play more matches than Royce.
Oh yeah, he'd probably play more matches than Allman Nilsson too.
He'd probably play more matches than Alfonso Morales.
Yeah, I actually really like Alfredo Morales.
Alfredo, did I say Alfonso?
Fettuccine, yeah, I'm a big fan of Fettuccine.
Yeah, Alfredo was what. I was also kind of known as not a Morales fan on this watch along. I know he never stood out to me.
I think he came in to play alongside either Chris Durkin or Leuven, and he played a total of 0 minutes alongside both of them.
Yeah, he wasn't put in a position to succeed.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're the oldest guy on our team. You should run a lot. He's like, what?
Oh no, you got a leg injury.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I swear that guy would spend like 6 days in an ice bath and then play on Saturdays and then do the same thing over and over again every week.
Yeah.
Because it felt like almost ageism. Like it was some sort of age discrimination, animal cruelty. We were doing something to this kid.
Did you just call Morales an animal?
Oh, he's an animal. Yeah. I like him. Big fan. Me and Alfredo. The Italians hate Alfredo, but I love him.
I love it. Well, okay, this is the catharsis that I needed.
Yeah.
So, of course, Michael, of the very rational Chat City Tactics. Thank you so much for joining me on this. And Open Cup coming up on Wednesday. I mean, a lot of people complained that like Marcel Hartl is being taken out tonight, but like I'm thinking like do you preserve him for the Open Cup at this point when you're down 2-0? I mean, or just simply just because the fact that God, how many minutes at this point have Yarrow and Watts played? Like I know they're over. Aren't they over 1,000 minutes at this point?
Both of them over 1,000. Yeah.
And apparently they're immortal because like they start every single game.
Yeah. So I mean, going into it, like Hebert had played like 90-something% of the minutes. Watts and Yarrow are 4th and 5th in minutes on the team.
Yeah.
And Hartl, we're killing this guy. He's just like, hey, just run around even more than Alfredo. We're just killing him. And he looks really good to me, which sounds crazy because we look so terrible. But every time he gets in the ball, I'm like, yeah, this guy can play soccer. It's a shame no one else can, but this guy can play soccer.
Yeah. You're talking about Durkin?
Hartl.
Oh, Hartl. Yeah, Hartl.
I don't think Durkin can play soccer.
No, Durkin, I think I said this to you before. There's an old Indian saying about Chris Durkin. Strong like bull, smart like sidewalk.
Yeah. Someone in the Discord said while you were screaming before I came on that they brought Durkin on to take down the big clock behind the goal, which is probably true.
Well, I mean, someone did just suggest earlier that we should bring Thor back from Rotterdam. It's like, you want to take out that clock. I mean,
yeah,
that'll do it.
Yeah, there's a really fun little diagram that I thought about sharing. It was like 0.01 XG chances this season. We have like 5 of them. And I think Durkin has 4, and they're all from like 28 or farther. Like he's just ripping them, blitzkrieging. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta wear a helmet if Durkin's on the field if you're in the stands.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
Not to mention on the field.
Yeah,
because Durkin does love. Yeah, he loves his pound of flesh. By the way, if we are in desperate need of more entertaining soccer, Kane invites us to Colorado, where we can go see his kindergartners and first graders on Saturday morning. Honestly, that would probably be more entertaining than St. Louis City at this point.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would love to see like try to calculate XG and G plus in a kindergartners first graders game.
I would try my best.
The heat map would just be like one big blob of heat, basically.
Yeah, swarm ball.
Exactly. Exactly.
Kevon Sullivan might be playing in that game.
Yeah. Per Rat Baker, the Yarrow, Timo, Hebert, Watts back four has given up 11 goals in 3 games.
That checks out.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, you don't have to prove it to me. That checks out.
Yeah. Ryan's asking, how is Thor going to fix our attack? Spoiler alert, he won't.
Correct. But he will at least put the ball on target.
Well, if that target's in the 5th row.
Yeah. No, I mean, his shot on target percentage is pretty good, but he also just kicks it right at goalkeepers.
That's true.
He loves that. And to be fair, we could use someone that could at least put the ball on the frame every once in a while.
I've heard with Thor, like, he is one of those players that, like, you watch him in practice and you think that this guy is going to be like the absolute, like, just an absolute world beater, like, and then it just something happens during games with him is the rep that I've heard with him.
I heard similar with Jääskeläinen, that he's going to score goals, and then apart from that, it's kind of like, oh boy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I watched him a little bit at a City 2 game, and like I think giraffes have similar grace as Jääskeläinen running.
Yeah, but if you score goals, you could play.
If it works. Yeah.
You score goals. That's the end of the. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty.
No. Right, like Celio's cross goal. It's definitely a cross. Still counts as a goal.
It does count. It absolutely does count. And Brian was saying that was a rhetorical question, which that's fair. It should have been. So
no, it was definitely not. It was totally serious, Ryan.
Yeah, you know what? That is canon. Now, just like the hope can't kill you when there's no hope. That is. I think I'm just gonna leave that like in future watch-alongs going forward. That is like the new channel model.
Yeah. Got to get pucks deep from Cat Uncle. Are you Will Bratton in disguise? He was telling me that a couple weeks ago on Twitter. We got to be grittier.
There's a lot of people in the chat that like I feel I should know them, and I probably do know them. It's just that they have different names than what they are on socials.
Yeah.
Sucks, man. Everyone's DPs are producing, but STLs that should ring alarms in the front office, but apparently we have no alarms. I mean,
I half agree.
Yeah, I think that's a simplistic answer.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of it's one reason I don't do player rankings anymore is because I instituted those in a season where the issues are just far more than individual players at this point.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's systemic.
No, it totally is.
Yeah. By the way, Chase is a part of we play Friday Night Pickup Soccer. And Chase, I know what you're going for here. You're trying to give hope, but again, Chase, you've seen me play soccer. We would still get creamed. Let's just face it. But yeah, the sooner we get Totland back, the sooner we get Reed up to speed, I think he'll help. Maybe we stop playing anything to stop playing Akil Watts for a while. Can I just have that? Please. And can we get Kessler healthy again so we can stop with Josh Yarrow for a while?
Yeah. And Giannis Horn, who's been really good this year.
Should we be worried about Giannis Horn, like,
I don't know,
staying? I
mean, if you were Giannis Horn, would you stay?
I think we had this discussion on your Discord.
We did, yeah.
I guess it just at this point, just like it was with Marco Royce and his friendship with Roman Berkey, I guess we really have to really hope for the power of friendship with Giannis Horn and all his German friends here.
I mean, I would sign Giannis Horn up yesterday.
Oh, same. That's an easy buy, but he's got to want to do it.
I think he's one of the few players this season whose stock has gone up.
Oh, 100%, because he had a lot of questions coming from Nuremberg. He was kind of odd man out there. He wasn't playing in his right position. I think as a left center back and a 3 in the back, that's his home.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, he's not a great fullback, and he's not a good wing back. He's so much better as the middle or the left on that 3.
I think as an occasional wing back, he's okay.
Break glass in case of emergency type of,
Yeah, but like he does not have the foot speed to be a good wing back.
No.
And not only that, like I think with him, fitness is a bit of an issue with him because like when he's played wing back, he gets gassed really easy.
Yeah, and he's a good like dribbler and passer for a center back, but that's a totally different ballgame when you're playing as a guy on the outside. And I don't know if he has that courage that you kind of need to beat your man and get balls into the box.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Jay Reed being healthy would be nice because he was the worst player on the pitch when he played the other night.
Yeah.
He just didn't look anywhere close.
He looked lost.
Yeah, you're almost like, what are we doing? Why is he out there? Like we're being hesitant with some people. Why are we throwing this kid to the fire? Because it burned him.
Just get him used to the game flow again and getting him some fitness. But like, he just and honestly, I remember this even when he was healthy. Reed in his own defensive back third was a little yikes.
Yeah, liability. We have a
little bit of a liability, and he's but then again, you know, if we're thinking like how we're playing Celio right now as a kind of a hybrid wingback / like left midfielder, like I kind of like Reed in that role.
Yeah,
especially if you got Horn backing him up as a left center back that you can swing out wide.
Horn's so good at defending in space; it's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. We're definitely trying more and more attackers.
Yeah,
like
Vollen played higher up today.
Yeah,
and Vollen almost scored.
Yeah, that the joke of like how many center backs can we fit on the field is like it's really hasn't been that way for almost 2 months now.
Yeah,
but we just lose every game. So
Ethan's right. Reed can be a liability on defense, but better than Horn on attack.
Yeah,
at least. Yeah. Well, he provides a different element on attack than Horn. Horn's a great crosser and a great passer. Reed is more of a speed merchant, going down that left wing and can kind of, unlock a little bit.
Yeah, if you need to move the ball from your goal to their goal, Horn is the guy for that. But if you need to get the ball maybe into the goal, Reed's probably better on the flank.
I want to see at some point this year a 1-2 combination all the way up the field, just Reed and Vollen going back and forth. Vollen playing,
can Vollen make that many passes in a row?
Yeah, that's kind of the rub with him. That's kind of the rub. But we know how Vollen likes to, loves his space.
I would just love to see Totland and a left wing back both on the field at the same time doing similar things.
And actually, which
both sides, wouldn't that be fun?
Amazing, because we've been so tilted on one side or the other.
Crazy. I mean, the announcers. I try not to get mad at announcers because I find that to be like a silly thing to get angry about. But they were talking like Akil Watts and his courage and his ability to join attacks and be good, and I'm just like, we're just not watching the same team.
No, we're not. Well, I literally watched Akil Watts try to dribble in a traffic of 4 other Minnesota players trying to get in the box, and it's like fait accompli definition right there.
Yeah.
He's just no.
Again, like for what we pay for him being like the cheapest player you could possibly find, he's probably overperforming, right?
Yeah.
but
there's a reason he's a depth guy.
Yeah, and like the bottom of the depth.
Yeah.
Like if you were to fully healthy 1 through 30 on your roster, he's probably like 28.
Yeah. And honestly, Josh Yaro's kind of the same thing. He's cheap and probably should be like the 6th best center back on your roster.
Which is like you need those guys, right?
You do.
You're not expecting to have to play all of them at the same time for 2 months.
Yeah.
Which is where we have been.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I keep wondering as we keep starting Yaro every single game, is Michael Wenzel that bad?
He's got to be, right?
He has to be.
He's got to be because Carnell didn't like him at all.
Yeah,
we never saw him ever, and then we only came in when Hackworth came.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard Hackworth liked him.
That kind of makes you wonder because Hackworth definitely has a thing for like the youth product that he's brought through.
What? Yeah,
Yaro.
Yeah,
Wenzel. And most of those guys kind of stink. So, a little hesitant in Hackworth's ability to judge talent, perhaps.
Yeah. And also remember Jake Nerwinski was a Hackworth guy.
Yeah.
And look how well that went.
Would you rather have Jake Nerwinski than Akil Watts right now?
No,
I don't think so either. And that's crazy.
And look, I think there is Jake Nerwinski still does not have a job.
Yeah.
He had that trial with San Diego, didn't work out for a reason.
He was never going to fit at San Diego.
No.
Like, he's allergic to the ball. Why would they ever?
I wonder if that was just like, him getting some, because I think he got some preseason games in with San Diego, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that was just him trying to like audition himself.
Like an agent or someone is looking out for him and giving him a shot.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Because there's no
way.
Honestly, I think Nowinski belongs in the USL at this point.
He's an old MLS player.
Yeah.
Like a 15 years ago MLS.
Yeah.
Because there was 30 of those guys.
Yeah.
Kind of Tim Parker like, really. And I love Tim Parker, but
I do too.
Kind of a little more old school than what I prefer.
And also the type of player that just does not age well.
No. David Backus. He's the David Backus of soccer.
That's a great comp.
It's all physical and they age like shit.
Exactly. Well, I think people are tired of talking about this club right now. Cat Uncle is going to sleep. And I think we had some others drop out as well. So
probably do the same.
Yeah, because like at this point, is this club worth wasting any more breath on tonight? Probably not.
I don't know. I gotta watch this replay tomorrow.
Oh, you poor thing. Another reason why I stopped doing player rankings.
I know. I just damn.
It's yeah. I have thoughts and prayers for you when you rewatch and then write the article.
What if I do the player rankings and you write my Substack for me?
Oh God, do you really want me talking about analytics? Is that what the world needs right now? Because like I'm just going to compare everyone to Jose Kojima, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know that too well.
The G Plus card though.
The boost.
The boost. All hail the boost.
All hail the boost.
Chris, you know what there is to watch. Just awful soccer. Awful.
Yeah, I mean, like what else is even going on right now? Like I assume there's some West Coast MLS games going on.
Kansas City's playing San Diego.
Houston's beating Dallas 2-0 on the road. Colorado's leading Salt Lake 1-0.
Like
Portland, Seattle's tied 1-1. That should be that sounds like a fun game.
Chicago putting up 4 on the road. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, we could be worse. We could be Montreal.
Oh, that's true. And yeah, I mean, like you talk about fans that are mutinying against their club. I mean, there you go.
That team, and they've been bad for a while.
Yeah.
It feels like we've been bad for a while, but they've really been bad for a while.
But at least St. Louis City is still a club that even a super ravioli could love. Who's
true.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, Cody. And All right, that is going to do it for this watch along. If you are watching in the future, and if you're still watching now, drop a like on this video. It does help out the algorithm. If you're watching in the future for whatever reason, if you're just really bored this weekend and just are somehow have gotten to this point, drop a comment below with what you think of this club. Subscribe for more. Thank you to the supporters section, which I have to update this graphic because I've had 2 more join the Ultras. Drew Clark, part-time picks, and Berkey's Turkey. And everyone else here, thank you so much for your support, as well as the 99-cent supporters section, the backbone of this channel. I'm your soccer zombie, Tom Franklin. He's been Michael from Chat City Tactics. And once again, Michael, where can they find your stuff?
Substack, X, Blue Sky, every once in a while on Instagram, even though I hate formatting on Instagram. So
I hated Instagram for the longest time too, but since I ditched X, I kind of forced me to learn Instagram, and I kind of it was a learning curve with me with Instagram, but I've learned to kind of appreciate it. And I think honestly, like your cards would probably work very well in there.
Probably. I just need to figure out how to get the size right and make it look good. So
they do let you toggle the size so that like if you still have the wide, you can still post it.
I'm an old man, so I got to figure it out. Yeah.
I mean, look at me. I'm almost 40. So like it took me this long to figure out Instagram, and it's 2025.
Learn Instagram with Tom Franklin, the soccer zombie, coming to you live in 2025.
Yeah, that's gonna be the seminar this world needs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alrighty. Have a good night, everyone.